Hi everyone, my name is Jonah and I'm a journalist from Columbia, Missouri, and I just wanted to show you what I have in my backpack that helps me get around and do backpack journalism stories where I do all the reporting myself. So here is what is in my backpack. Well, actually, before I show you what's in the backpack, I might as well show you the backpack itself. You're going to realize that many of the things I get are just from Amazon, like maybe Amazon Basics. And so this is just an Amazon Basics backpack, but the reason I chose it and the reason I continue to use it is that it has this ability to be compartmentalized, so you can really move these things around and make sure that you have everything in exactly the right place. So this is an Amazon Basics bag. It was really cheap. It was one of the cheapest ones on Amazon. So it's really handy because you have the ability to compartmentalize like this. So every journalist needs a good camera, and this one is mine. This is a digital single lens reflex camera, or DSLR, and I've had it for almost 3 years now. I got it in summer of 2014, and it's served me well since then. I've taken thousands and thousands of videos with it. I recommend getting probably like a 32 or 64 gigabyte memory card for it. It's also worth showing this. I don't know if you can see this very clearly, but this is a Toshiba Flash Air SD card that actually generates its own Wi-Fi network. And so this is really handy because if I take a picture using the DSLR and then I connect to the Wi-Fi network using my phone, I can then download the picture immediately onto my phone for sharing and sending. So that's one way that I can really, take pictures or videos at an event and immediately share them over the internet without having to plug them into my computer. So that's a really handy feature. In terms of the camera itself, there's a lot of choice in terms of DSLRs out there, but there are a couple reasons that I chose this one. And one was this flip out screen. And this is really handy because it flips out like this and then turns around. So this is really good I shoot a lot of video, so if I'm shooting like this is a really good way to kind of make sure I don't have to be all like squinting at the screen or anything like that. And especially if I'm shooting up high like that or down low like this, it's also very handy. This is actually also a touch screen. I turned off the touch screen functionality just because when I had the camera around my neck and it was like bouncing on my chest, it would sometimes press buttons. So just for that reason, I turned off the functionality of the touchscreen, but you may find it a really useful feature, so you can keep it on. This is just a personal preference thing, but I kind of prefer Canons for shooting video just because it has a very clearly defined video function right there. You just flick the on switch all the way up to turn on the video function, and then it has a record button right there that's really handy. I've never gotten another lens for it. This is just the kit lens that comes with the camera, and it goes from 18 to 55 millimeters, which is pretty good, but it's really not a very big zoom at all. And if I wanted to do something like filming sports or something like that, I'd probably need a much longer lens than that. But for general stuff, this usually works pretty well. In terms of my microphone, this is another very cheap Amazon purchase. I think I got this for like $30, but it actually gets pretty good sound, very directional, obviously, and so that makes it handy for doing interviews where you don't want to bring lapel mics or anything around with you. And this just plugs directly into the microphone input in my DSLR, and I can mount it on the top, and it's just really handy for going out in the field and getting really crisp directional audio. So there are a couple little tools that I use to store my video files once I take them. And one of them that I just got is this. This is the SanDisk Connect wireless stick. And this is a device that actually has a battery in it and generates its own Wi-Fi network. And so what you can do is you can turn on the Wi-Fi network, connect to it with a computer or a smartphone, and it can actually connect to 3 devices at once. You just go to a certain address in your browser and you can actually browse the files on the memory stick, and you can upload to it as well. So it's really just kind of a handy little thing to have. It's not like a vital function or anything, but this holds 64 gigabytes worth of stuff. So It's a new thing that I just got that I'm pretty excited about. But for day-to-day operations, this is possibly the handiest gadget I have ever had. I've had this for 6 or 7 years, something like that. It is just a tiny USB stick that holds 16 gigabytes, but it's small enough that I keep it in my computer all the time, and if I ever need it, I can just pull it out, stick it in a different computer, and it's a really quick and handy way to transfer files that I don't have to carry around separately from my computer. A couple other little random things. This is a DSLR remote. This is also, you guessed it, from Amazon Basics, and it's literally just a way to turn your DSLR on and off remotely, which is very handy sometimes. And you can't see this right now, but I'm filming this on my GoPro Hero 4 Silver, which is the only GoPro I've ever owned, so I might be a little bit biased. I've had pretty good success with it. The only things I would critique about it are the battery life, which is not very good. It doesn't last very long at all, and seems like the battery tends to die after sitting in my backpack for a couple of days. So that would be something that I would critique about it. Other than that, it's been a really great tool for me. It has the ability to connect wirelessly with your phone, so you can see live what the camera is seeing, and you can control all the functionality of the camera through the app, so that's been really handy. Other than that, it takes really, really good HD quality video, and actually higher than that. It goes all the way up to 4K, but only in 15 frames per second, so that's not great. But for the purposes of HD video, it's been pretty much perfect. And there's one thing that no backpack journalist should ever be without, and that is a multi-tool. So this is one that I believe my uncle got for me at Walmart, and all it is just, as you can see, it's obviously a pair of pliers, but it also has like a little, well, you probably won't need a saw very often, but there's also just a screwdriver that's very handy. Lots of other tools on it that are just really handy for whatever might come up. If you need to tighten a screw or take the back off of something, I don't know, it's just really handy to have something like this. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope you have great success as a backpack journalist. Feel free to leave a comment below or contact me in some way. I'll put my contact information in the description. And let me know if there's anything I missed or any really cool gadgets that are great for backpack journalists. Thank you. Bye.